Asiyefunzwa na mamaye hufunzwa na ulimwengu. She or he who is not taught by the mother will be taught by the world. So my beloved mother said. This was often when I expressed frustration with her firm life teachings, let alone her loving acts of discipline. For it seems she knew even then that we are wired for connection. We are not wired for boundaries, meaning we are naturally inclined to connect with others. We are not naturally inclined to have boundaries with others. Nonetheless, boundaries are a protection for self from others. Boundaries are a protection for others from themselves. Today's healing session is on understanding one's vulnerability to boundary violations. Let's get started. Do you struggle with feeling frozen when it comes to standing up for yourself? Does this feeling of feeling frozen cause you anger towards self that you did not speak up yesterday, just like today? Has this anger that you have now internalized from others' violence upon you caused you feelings of anxiety and even depression every now and then? Do you wish to learn how to deal and heal so you may no longer be easy prey? And do you first and foremost wish to understand how it all often began so you may begin to mend? If you've answered yes to any of the above questions, then this message is for you. And if you've answered no, that is okay. Kindly share, for I am almost certain someone you know may. The beauty of indigenous dialects is the comprehensive wisdom the speech often conveys. For when my people say, asiyefunzwa na mamaye hufunzwa na ulimwengu, she or he who is not taught by the mother will be taught by the world, what they are really expressing is an honor awarded to a mother, that feminine energy in the shaping of a child's fate into adulthood. What is interesting to observe is that all indigenous cultures across the world, black, white, red, or yellow, have always acknowledged that motherhood is sacred. A child ever knows of her as her first God in human form before she even come to be aware of themselves. As a therapist, a healing conversationalist and strategist, I am not naive to the fact that for some of us, we may have been raised by mothers who are far from this divine expectation. That very person we were meant to seek safety in was and still may be continuing to be the source of the deepest ache, body, mind, and spirit as well. When this happens, no child into their adulthood is ever the same. Some of them, out of rage and anger for not having been awarded this divine and privilege of a nurturing, safe mothering, can choose to become the cruelest, embodying the predator for simply having been prey themselves. While others become prey to be preyed on by every sick Stephen and every crazy Jane. From my observation, it seems like no race, gender, or class differences precludes anyone from these prey-predator mess, meaning I have witnessed it happen to many who were ever physically, emotionally, or even spiritually violated as children and did not get to be restored in a timely fashion to date. Consequently, the former child victim, who has now become a classic prey, continues to be the recipient of that every violence yet again, often freezing in moments when they should be fleeing often freezing in moments when they should be fighting. It is what the experts call PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And for some of the survivors of this so-called disorder, we relive these experiences over and again, unable to trust the world, let alone themselves. Unfortunately, qualifying their essence to be considered as having CPTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I hope the name explains itself. If this is your experience, I deeply empathize with you. And while I did not do it, you nonetheless deserve an apology that you most probably will never get from your predator. And for that, I am truly sorry. Now what? Since my ancestors have wisely and truthfully spoken, asiyefunzwa na mamaye hufunzwa na ulimwengu, she or he who is not taught by the mother will be taught by the world, I hereby invite you to give yourself permission to heal, as a demonstration that since the world has taught you, you have accepted to learn that we are all wired for connection. We are not wired for boundaries. This means others' histories of being preyed on themselves, let alone continuing to be traumatized by their kin or kith, is no excuse for bad behavior, however much you offer it to yourself, consciously or subconsciously. To start yourself off in mending this prey-predator mess, be gracious with your beautiful self, that you are ever violated, let alone somehow you continue to give your power away, hoping they will at last rest upon seeing your kindness, whatever your reasons may. I observe that it is from this humane way of seeing yourself regardless of others' experiences that you can pardon yourself free. For no child is born to be jailed. Furthermore, being anyone's prey has little to do with your age, hence these experiences continue to date. Rather, your vulnerability in relation to your predator's position of influence, it's like bleeding in the ocean and being surprised you call on the sharks upon yourself. I hope you remember this. If they ever did it once and you froze, chances are they believe they got away with it. And they will most often try it again. What I'm trying to state is that someone has to stop them in a way, some way. For these people have proven lack of internal locus of control and may need that external help for them to help themselves. And that is not on you, beloved, to help or aid them, rather their damn selves. I hope you find the courage you need today to get therapy, attend support groups, or even most importantly, get spiritual help. For you can stop this mess that you continue to endure since yesterday. For you are here to be honored by the self and others as well. You're not here to burn yourself alive so you can keep others warm. So I heard a wise woman say. And since trees make up a forest and not the other way around, when you heal one, you heal all. For tuning in, I appreciate you immensely. And since this is free, kindly spread. And may we always be reminded that we are always someone's child. Amen, it shall be so. Thank you.